Hey, it's me, GV, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Let's Play Oblivion on the hardest difficulty, which is incredibly loud, and it's one of those things where it will not let me adjust the volume while I'm in the game for some reason, so I have to Alt-Tab and freeze everything awkwardly. Hey everybody, welcome to the episode. Yeah, this is Oblivion on the hardest difficulty, which just like Skyrim, we'll take a look in the settings, options, gameplay. It's way up here. It's a lot different from Skyrim because it's just, everything's a big old bullet sponge. Much more so than Skyrim, where there's just a lot of options to do different things. Either way, I'm having a blast. At the time of this recording, I'm not sure how I'm going to set it up, but I have finished, finally, Avery's story in Let's 100% Fallout New Vegas. So this might go up before because I'm feeling like putting the finale on a Friday, but I'm recording this afterwards. So the point is, we're going to be doing Skyrim now. We're going to be switching gears to Skyrim and finishing that off with Grohlvana. But I wanted to play some Oblivion just because I've been in a really big Oblivion mood, which is why I started the series in the first place. So I want to just kind of reward myself for finally finishing Avery's story with some Oblivion. So that's what we are going to do. Now, what I need to do is figure out a path of getting a decent amount of power. And we've already talked about that in the last episode, I believe, so it won't take too long on this. I'm just trying to figure out. What I've been trying to do is the Dark Brotherhood to get a decent bow, which we now have. To also get a decent dagger, which we now have. A melee option, a ranged option. And then in terms of magic, we're doing pretty well, I think. I would like to find, I guess, another conjuration spell, though. But I feel like there's reasons that I wasn't able to do that, right? Did we check for conjuration? We just checked for Alluring Gaze or something like that, which we have for the quest we're going to undertake in this episode, which I'm very excited for. Also, we were going to try to find some fancy schmancy clothing now weren't we? So let's go ahead and explore the Imperial City Marketplace just a wee bit. I actually want to explore like all the shops just to see, because again, I'm replaying all these series that I used to do back in the old days. But nowadays, I'm, like, re-experiencing it in ways where I'm just absorbing so much more. So, like, for instance, you know, I've never had a reason to go to Stonewall Shield, so I just kind of forget that it even exists. Because I've never really done, like, a Shield playthrough. Well, I've never had to go there. So I just kind of want to take a look around the Imperial City Marketplace and just check out any shops that sound of value. Like Divine Elegance. Because we are looking for a way to increase our charisma. Or, you know, we're going to roleplay a little bit. We're going to wear some stuff that's going to help us at a house party. So first of all, let's open up our journal and go to apparel. And we're going to equip the Deceiver's Finery, which again gives us Fortify Personality 3 points on self, Fortify Speechcraft 3 points on self, which is great for what we're going to be attempting to do. Now, what can we still wear? We can still wear a hood, a shield, an amulet, 2 rings, and I'm assuming boots, right? Boots of Bloody Bounding? Yeah. So what we basically need is a hood if we want to wear that, and some shoes, and also some gauntlets? Yes. Why do we not have, do we just not have, oh, because Shrouded Armor just takes everything, that's right. So yeah, what we want is some fancy schmancy hood, gauntlets, and boots. And I think we're good otherwise. So let's do that. This is completely a waste of money pretty much, I'm pretty sure. But again, I'd like to roleplay. Hello.
You've come to Divine Elegance because you care about what you wear. And Palinneria has what you want, or no one has.
Exactly what I was looking for you to say, Palinneria. Also, tell me about the Imperial City.
Anyone can wear clothes, but the right clothes, that's not so easy. Go to any castle, they wear Palinneria's designs, or they're nobody.
You're quite full of yourself, ma'am. Also, can I convince you a little bit? Let's just try this to get her up to 50 to also increase our speech. Okay, so again, what is she? She loves that.
My life is drab and wretched by comparison.
Right, I know. What else do you hate? You hate that. Okay, good to know. And you don't like that. So we'll do that, and that.
You win this one.
Yeah, okay, so she loves that one. She hates. See, that's what I'm still failing by not remembering which one they hate. Okay, you love that one, so we want to do this, and that, right?
My life is drab and wretched by comparison.
That's okay. I'm going to make your life better by buying your things.
Only quality goods for sale here.
Okay, let's take a look at what Palinneria has. And yeah, somebody said that we need about 5,000 gold to get the Mage Tallow candles or whatever, and I think that's correct. I was thinking they were both going to be like 2,500, but in reality, I think they're both going to be about like 2,500 each or something like that. So we are trying to get this gold amount that we've got up into, yeah, about 5,000, so we can buy those candles and start making some spells, which again is pretty much a waste of money because we can already do that in other ways, but I digress. Okay, let's see. What do we have here? So blue suede shoes. We've already got the outfit with the Deceiver's Finery. We don't need to switch our amulets because we've already got a more interesting looking amulet. Gold trim shoes is probably going to be what we like the best. Also, I'm forgetting to haggle for a second here. Let's go like that. Let's buy a gold trimmed shoes. Just one, please. Buy gold trimmed shoes for 8 gold. Yes.
Excellent deal.
Thank you so much. Linens. Can we put that under? I don't know. I feel like the Deceiver's Finery covers everything, but let's grab that, I guess. Or let's see what else we have. Red velvet garment. Okay, that would be good. We'll buy that one, and then, so no hat and no gauntlets, I suppose, which, yeah, that's fine when you're trying to look all nice and fancy, right? So she doesn't really have any of that stuff. Anyways, she does have a doublet, and I'm wondering, is this the game where you can put stuff underneath? I always forget. Probably not. So I'm going to grab a quilted doublet. Actually, I'm going to grab a red velvet blouse. Thank you, and looks like we're good otherwise. Bye-bye.
Thank you for your patronage.
Thank you for selling me stuff. I appreciate it.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. And the blue suede shoes, like I've covered on my channel before, I think are actually a flat-out reference to the Elvis song, right? Okay, so now let's take a look at what we got. We've got the Deceiver's Finery, which again I am assuming is covering the pants as well, but let's see. Red velvet garment? Yes, so we can't wear the Deceiver's Finery and the red velvet garment. So I'm going to shift-click that one because I don't need it. The red velvet blouse, same thing, right? Yep. So I'm going to shift-click that. Gold trim shoes, though. Very nice. Goes together well with our Deceiver's Finery as well. Let's take off the shrouded hood. An Argonian trying to appear fancy is just kind of an oxymoron. At least in this game, given how the NPCs look. My god. Okay, so let's see. And then we probably want to take that off. Well, yeah. Let's take the shield off. Cruelty's Heart we're going to keep. Gauntlets of the Rat. Fortify security, 6 points on self. Do we want those? We probably want to take those off, too, to complete the illusion that we are fancy. Although, we can put on the copper ruby ring. Oh, actually, we want these. Yeah, we want both of those rings. Never mind. And I think we're good. Otherwise, we're just going to take off our Sufferthorn, and we're good to go. That's about as fancy as it's going to get. We can get better rings and whatever else, but I'm liking the way that we look. So now, let's take a look at this. One of my favorite quests in the entire game. Whodunit? I must go to Summit Mist Manor in Skingrat, meet with the other guests, and pretend I too have been invited by a mysterious unknown host. I must then kill all the other guests. I should start my mission by speaking with the doorman just outside the manor. Now, before we do that, like I said, I kind of wanted to check out the rest of the shop. So we've got Edgar's discount spells. And let's take a look.
Go ahead, please.
Hi.
Have a look around. You won't find better prices in all Tamriel.
I'm sure that you're right on that respect, but you don't have any conjuration, my dude.
Farewell.
Bye. I think we already checked this, didn't we? So I won't waste too much more time. I'll just go check the Mystic Emporium and see. I'm pretty sure we did this already because, yeah, I'm vaguely remembering that now. Hello. I need to see if you've got spells.
Can I interest you in some of my wares?
So we're looking for, like, this little symbol here, the Daedric, whatever, the Oblivion symbol, whatever you want to call it. We're looking for that because that's the conjuration stuff. So we can bind a helmet. What else do you have? No conjuration at all, huh? Summon skeleton. There we go. Summon skeleton for 40 seconds on self. Magic school conjuration. Summon zombie. I feel like the scamp is just better than these, and that's the thing that I keep remembering, right? 136 gold, 152 gold. The mana cost is 26 and 29, and that's all the summoning he's got. 26 and 29, 26 and 29, 26 and 29.
You too.
26 and 29. So I just want to take a look at this. It costs 35, so I'm assuming Scamp is still the best that we've got. So I'm guessing to get a better one, we're just going to have to go to the Mages Guild, pretty much, and find the main person that sells that sort of stuff. Or find a spell tome. Okay, so we're going to jump right into this quest, which is over near the East Gate of Skingrad, one of my favorite towns in all of Oblivion. But to be honest, they're all kind of like my favorite. We're going to keep summoning Scampy over and over and over and over again, so that in the future we can summon even greater and bigger things. Okay, where is Summit Mist Manor? Aha. All right, so we for sure have to make a save here, because if I get screwed over by not having enough damage on the hardest difficulty to kill these people, this is going to be bad. So let's make a brand new save, And let's talk to the doorman.
So the last guest finally arrives. I'll tell you what I told all the others. You go in, I lock the door. You don't come out until it's over. Now I'll tell you what I didn't tell everyone else. We have the same mother, you and I. And she wants you to have this. It's the key to the house. I guess someone else has already told you the other details. Kill all the guests, then leave, right? Well, you better get in there. Time to mingle.
You have the same mother. You don't look like an Argonian, Fafnir. Tell me about Glorthir.
I don't mean to gossip, but he is more than a bit strange. However, he's always been tolerated as the town eccentric.
Do you have any rumors to share?
Undena Orethi grows some good tomatoes. Yep, they sure are good tomatoes.
I have no idea what that's referencing. Is that supposed to be a hint to something? That's kind of weird. I'm also going to Alt-Tab and jump my volume up just a couple of notches because it's a little too low. Okay, thank you very much, Fafnir.
Go, socialize. Talk to those fine people, and then plunge your knife into their throats when they ain't looking.
Can't use my fist though, right? Oh, it's raining through the awning. That's crazy.
Okay, let's summon Scampy one more time. Okay, I'm going to give it my best shot, man.
What?
Into Summit Mist Manor.
The sixth guest has finally arrived. Well, it's about time. Do you know how long we've been waiting? It seems like an age. Whoever invited us here must at least know us, don't you think? In any event, we're all stuck here together, so we might as well get acquainted. The rest of us have already traded introductions. I'm Matilda Petite. The others are Nels the Naughty, Neville, Devisi Dran, and Primo Antonius. Now, who might you be? Please, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, now we are going to play this as smart as possible, even though we're playing kind of a bumbling fool. But as usual, I don't really know the extent of how much you can change things, but we're going to try to do it the best way that we can. My baby is sick and we are so poor. Say nothing. I'm an assassin. What if we are just straight up? Because, like, we are playing as Flame and Shadow.
I'm an assassin hired to kill you.
You're a funny one. Good, I'm glad one of us has a sense of humor about all this. It'll make our time here that much more enjoyable.
Now, if this were real life and somebody told that to my face, if I was even in this setting, I would be very, like, paranoid that they would actually be trying to kill me. I wouldn't even, like, I would be so on edge immediately, but Oblivion NPCs are just like, what a funny joke.
Tell me about Devisi Dran.
Personally, I think she's a little floozy. She's been eyeing young Primo Antonius, probably smells his wealth.
Wow, right out of the gate, you're just willing to say exactly what you think about other people.
Tell me about yourself.
That's right, it's a Breton name. I'll have you know the Petites are one of High Rock's oldest and most respected noble families.
Okay, so we know she's a Breton, which I guess you could take into account that she's got that magic resistance or whatever.
Tell me about Nels the Naughty.
Oh, that man disgusts me. I find his entire manner offensive. Why, just before you got here, he told me the most off-color joke about an Argonian maid.
Ah, the classic.
Tell me about Neville.
Well, if I can be perfectly honest with you, I find Neville quite attractive. Red Guards are so exotic, don't you think?
Yeah, probably not the type of description you want to use for another human being, Matilda Petite, but, you know, to each their own.
Tell me about Primo Antonius.
It's obvious that young Primo comes from wealth. A chest full of gold would be mere spending change for him.
Okay, so what do we have? Devisi Dran, she views her as a little floozy and trying to get into Primo Antonius's pockets because it sounds like he's got some money. Matilda Petite is a seemingly petty Breton older woman. Nels the Naughty, I think she said he was a buffoon, right?
Oh, that man disgusts.
Yeah, he's kind of like, I think this guy's a Nord, so he's kind of like a boisterous Nord. Never seen one of those before, right? We got Neville, which was the attractive Red Guard.
Well,
And then we've got Primo Antonius, who sounds like an Imperial that has some money. Thank you.
I have a good idea where that chest might be.
I don't want to
That
break
gold
anything,
is
but
as
the chest
good
of
as
gold could be
mine.
hidden anywhere.
You go get it. I'm sure you can. Let's summon Scampy again. Although now we should probably start holding on to our mana. And let's meet everybody else. So again, we've got to kill. Actually, does it even tell me? It didn't really tell me too much about this, right? Let's see. I must go to Summit Miss Manor, blah, blah, blah. I must then kill all the other guests. I should start my mission by speaking with the doorman. Yeah, we did that. I've spoken with Fafnir, the doorman, who appears to be a fellow member of the Dark Brotherhood. He has provided me with a key to Summit Miss Manor, which I am to use only after the guests lie dead. All the guests lie dead. I should now proceed inside and meet the other guests. I've arrived at Summit Miss Manor. I must now kill the unlucky guests, Matilde, Devesi, Primo, Neville, and Nels. If I can eliminate each guest secretly without any witnesses, I will receive my reward, and a very valuable reward. Ooh. I'm trying to remember what that one actually is again. If I am discovered, the contract will be complete, but any bonus will be forfeit. So we cannot do that. Now, what I want to do is I want to save the game on a brand new save. And I want to see if I can actually use that key to leave. You may not leave Summit Miss Manor until all the guests have been killed. Okay, and I'm going to reload that just to be absolutely safe that doesn't, like, you know, if we go back and they're like, oh, you tried to leave, you don't get your bonus. Like, that would suck, right? So where is everybody else?
I'm going to open it. Well, hello there. Nels is my name. Some call me naughty, but don't you believe it.
Tell me about the Vesidran.
Dovisi is a sweet young lass. She reminds me of someone I knew. But perhaps we should talk about something else.
Okay, that's bizarre, and he's got more to say on that.
Tell me about Mathilde Petite.
Kinda stuck up, that one. Right before you got here, I told her the funniest joke about an Argonian maid, and she didn't even crack a smile.
You gotta realize, Nels, just because you think it's funny doesn't mean everybody else does. Okay, he's got more to say. Maybe we should just run through his dialogue, because the dialogue is what's interesting about this quest to me personally. And then try to sweeten him up.
Tell me about you.
Don't let the name fool you. I had a bit too much mead a few years back, and there was this tavern wench. Anyway, just call me Nels.
Okay, that is going in a really weird place, and you are currently the person that is probably the most deplorable in this room, I would bet.
Tell me about Neville.
Once an Imperial Legion bulldog, always an Imperial Legion bulldog. I've seen his kind before. He cares about laws and regulations, not people.
Well, he's also right here, so maybe say that a little bit further away.
Tell me about Primo Antonius.
Seems like a nice enough kid. Little too rich for his own good, maybe, but I've met worse.
Okay, so he's got more to say about all these people other than himself. So now what we're going to do is we're going to exit.
Oh, yes. Maybe we'll speak again later.
Yeah, and then I'm going to go into my journal and go into my spells and grab... I'm so glad we have this. Alluring Gaze. When do we even get this? Charm 12 points for 30 seconds on target. Now, from what I remember, this does not stack, because otherwise you would never need any sort of speech or whatever, any sort of, you know, speech attribute at all, because you could just keep casting this over and over and over again. But if we take this and then cast it on good old Nels the Naughty, we got him there, and talk to him again.
I'll let you in on a little secret. If I find the chest of gold, I'm going to open a tavern. The Hoary Boar. It's been my dream since I was a boy.
I'm sure you're gonna make that dream happen, buddy. Okay, so let's see if that's enough to get him to tell us more.
Dovisi is a sweet young...
So no. So then we gotta
I'm listening.
speech him up. He's at 56. Let's see. We could obviously use a lot of our gold just to go through this somewhat fast, but let's at least give this a shot a couple of times. Is there anything else I can do? You can do the whole thing where you have a weapon, you put it away or whatever. I'm still forgetting how to do that. You have your weapon out. You max him out, then you pull your weapon out, and then it, like, brings it down, and then you can do it again or something like that. We could try that. But anyways, let's see immediately. What does he hate? He hates this one, and he dislikes this one. So we go bop, bop.
What nonsense.
And then which one does he love? He loves that one and then that one.
You think that's funny?
Okay, same thing. We go bop, 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 bop.
Whatever you want.
And let's try it again. We go bop, 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 bop.
Don't, please. I'm sorry.
I think I'm doing this wrong. He hates this one, and he dislikes... Oh, he dislikes this one. That's what I'm doing
just
wrong.
not funny.
Okay, and then that.
Well done.
That.
Don't waste your flattery on me.
Okay, and then same thing. This.
Remarkable.
This.
What a dumb joke.
Okay, now let's see if he'll say it. Tell us some new stuff.
Tell me about Dravesi Dran.
Dovisi is a...
Oh, come on, dude. You're right
Go
there.
ahead.
Okay, let's bribe.
Oh, for me? Oh, you shouldn't have. Let me confide something in you, my friend. Dovisi is the spitting image of my own daughter. Her skin is darker, of course, but that sweet face. My daughter was killed, you see, a few years back by bandits. I'm sorry. Please forgive a father's heavy heart.
Yeah, and I think we haven't listened to a lot of these because there's no point to, I guess, other than to get more backstory on these characters, which I, again, find interesting. Also, she's right here. So once again, you really need to learn how to use your inside voice, or at least, talk about secrets and stuff away from other people. Anyways,
Tell me about Mathilde Petite.
You should have seen the old biddy trying to talk to young Primo Antonius. She may be a noble, but he looked down on her like a scullery maid.
Tell me about Neville.
I will confide something in you, my friend. I despise Neville and all his Imperial Legion ilk. They are useless, uncaring tools of corruption. 3 years ago, my village in Skyrim was attacked by bandits. We went to the nearby Imperial Legion outpost, but they refused to help us. My dear, sweet daughter, Olga, was killed that day. She was murdered, and the Legion would do nothing to help her. Neville and his kind are scum.
you can't judge everybody by the failings of one. You know what I mean? Come on, Nels the Naughty. You seem like a decently intelligent guy. Okay, so I think what we actually do want to do is keep everybody... You don't have to do this. You can just kill everybody. It's easy. But it's more fun, in my opinion, to, charisma everybody in here. And I think that will change how the end game plays out. So we're going to do that. It's going to be slow going, but we're going to do it. We're going to do it right.
Tell me about Primo Antonius.
Primo is young and rich. I can sense a good, decent person in there somewhere. He just has to get his priorities straight.
Okay, well, that's nice. Okay, well, thank you so much, Nels the Naughty, my absolute best friend.
I have a good idea where that chest might be. That gold is as good as mine.
Well, go look for it, man. I believe in you. Okay, let's go talk to her, but we want to charm her up first.
Hello, I'm Dovesi. I'm very pleased to meet you. Now that you're here, we can really start looking for that chest of gold.
We sure can.
What I mean to say is, before you arrived, we all just sort of glanced around a bit. Now that we're all officially here, we can look in earnest.
I honestly, without the whole murder thing, of course, I would find this so incredibly fun, but maybe not something as, big as gold, but just some sort of special thing, kind of like an escape room.
Tell me about yourself.
Not much to tell about me, really. I'm from Morrowind originally, but my family moved to Valenwood a few years ago.
Tell me about Mathilde Petite.
Well, I really don't know her, but she seems like a very respectable old lady.
Aw, Dovesi Dran is quite nice, although she's got more to say about her.
Tell me about Nels the Naughty.
I wonder what makes him so naughty. He seems nice enough to me.
Sounds like he got a little handsy with a tavern wench, as he described her.
Tell me about Neville.
He's a very serious man, but I guess that's normal for a retired soldier.
So if you're keeping track of who's going to become a problem, Neville's actually an Imperial Legion soldier, so he's probably going to be the hardest to kill.
Tell me about Primo Antonius.
He's very handsome, but please don't tell him I said so.
What about me, though?
Okay,
Go
so
ahead.
let's get her up to about 70 as well. So what do you hate? You hate that one, and you don't like this one. So we go bop,
Goodness,
bop,
I doubt it.
bop, bop.
You're revolting.
That was pretty good, actually. Okay, once again, we go, bop, bop,
You're revolting.
bop, bop.
Please, I'm embarrassed, but thank you.
Yeah, bop. Which one do you hate? God, why am I so bad at this? You hate that one.
That's foul.
Right, and then we go bop,
No,
bop,
I
bop.
You win this one.
I'm still doing this pretty poorly, I think. Okay, this one, this
Please,
one.
I'm embarrassed.
I messed
But
that one
thank
up.
you.
Yeah, and that one and that
You
one.
should be ashamed.
Come on, man. Okay, do that one,
Goodness,
this
I
one,
doubt it.
this one, that one.
Ugh, That's foul.
Okay, that was a little bit better. All right, so then we're going to bribe you.
I'll take that.
And I think
thank
another
you for the
bribe.
thought. That's right.
Tell me about
Exactly.
Mathilde Petite.
Honestly, I don't think she likes me. It's because I'm a Dunmer. I heard her say something to Neville, and it wasn't very nice.
That's not surprising me in the slightest.
Tell me about Nels the Naughty.
Every now and then he looks over at me and smiles. I think he's sweet on me. If Nels finds the gold, maybe he'll want some company.
No, it's actually disgusting because you remind him of his murdered daughter. Yeah, so not in that way.
Tell me about Neville.
I know he's a retired soldier. But not just a soldier. He was an officer in the Imperial Legion. I hate the Legion and everything it stands for. When those soldiers came to Morrowind, they persecuted my people and stole our lands. Neville may not be in the Legion anymore, but who knows what atrocities he committed.
Now that's called jumping to conclusions.
Tell me about Primo Antonius.
It's pretty obvious that Primo comes from a wealthy family. He would never be interested in a girl like me, I'm afraid.
Gotta have some oh, look at this. Not true. He told me he likes you. You're right. He's too good for you. Say nothing. What the heck? I don't think I've ever gotten this interaction. I'm gonna say nothing for now, but I want to see if I can do that again.
Well, thanks for listening. I know I'm just being a silly little girl, but the heart wants what it wants, as they say.
Please tell me you'll ask me that again.
It's pretty obvious.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so that might be a way to manipulate them, which is kind of the name of the game. Thank you.
Yes, maybe we'll speak again later.
So there's Petite, there's her. We got like, what, 3 more people to talk to, 2 more people to talk to. There's Nels the Naughty. He's been charmed. Where is everybody else? There's got to be some sort of door leading into another part of the house, but I'm not seeing where that is. Aha. Reinforced door to Summit Mist Manor living quarters. So who do we have up here? Bunch of chests. I kind of do want to, like, look around. I don't know if I've ever fully... Like, I want to do every single thing in this quest. So who is this? Primo Antonius, who's just taking a nap. I missed
Well,
that.
Here we all are. It's funny how money can bring people together, don't you think?
It sure is. Give me 1 second, buddy.
All right, then. Well,
Tell me about the Vessi Dran.
she's quite beautiful, isn't she? A little young, perhaps, and not exactly highborn, but she possesses a unique elegance.
Oh, so he is actually interested.
Tell me about Mathilde.
The old woman. She's quite a pest, really. I think she's gotten it into her head that I need mothering or something. She is sorely mistaken.
Definitely gives off that vibe.
Tell me about Nels the Naughty.
There's something about Nels I can't quite place. He's not for money, that's obvious, but I don't think he's quite the buffoon he seems either.
I agree. That's the feeling I got as well.
Tell me about Neville.
He reminds me of the guards under my father's employ, strict, no nonsense, and ready to fight at a moment's notice.
Tell me about yourself.
It's a regal name from a rather regal family. Indeed, my father owns more property than the East Empire Company.
So this guy seemed pretty decent until that delivery right there where he does sound a bit snobbish. Okay, so we need to convince you as well. All right. I'm almost intimidated by the wheel thing because it's been such a thing on all my Oblivion stuff that everyone has told me it's so easy, yet constantly it trips me up and I feel so incredibly dumb. So I just need to work it through in my head and then just remember, because it's been a while since we've done a string of Oblivion recordings, so it's kind of fallen off. So immediately you just locate the one they absolutely hate, and that's the only one that you focus on putting the but if you focus on... Like, I forget what the actual thing is. Is like you immediately locate the 2 that they dislike, and then you just make sure the smallest wedges are on that, and then the other ones work themselves out. But then wouldn't you want to capitalize on the bigger ones? It probably doesn't matter. Okay, let's try it. So we're at 45. I'm just going to immediately locate the hated one, and then just make absolutely sure the small one lands on that. So which one do you hate? You hate that one, so we go bop.
Ugh,
And then,
that's
yeah,
foul.
see, like, what's the next step? That's the part that I'm forgetting. But then we do
You
that,
can't scare me.
that, and that.
Really? Interesting.
Okay, so again, he hates this one, so we just got to make sure the small... But then he loves this one, so if he hates this one, do you do that one first, and then make sure the big love one is on that one? I don't know, man. Like I said, it just, for some reason, it trips me up. Okay, so let's do that,
You're
that.
What a wonderful compliment.
Thank you. And then that.
You should be ashamed.
Yeah. But see, that's the problem is I keep forgetting. Okay, that.
Oh, please.
And then that and that.
What a great story.
And then bribe.
I'll take that.
And then bribe.
Thank you.
And then bribe.
That will get
And
you
then
something.
bribe. I want it to be 75. Ugh.
How kind.
That is such like a waste of money, but I want everybody to be at 75.
You're good.
Tell me about the Vesidran.
Can I be honest with you, my friend? I find Dovesi captivating. She possesses a beauty beyond compare. Maybe you could do me a favor. If you speak with her, put in a good word for me, would you? I would be forever in your debt.
Now, I've never done it that way, so that's incredibly interesting, because I don't even know if I knew that you could get these two together.
Tell me about Mathilde Petite.
Apparently, the poor old woman thinks she's from a well-to-do family. Truth is, I have servants with more nobility in their blood than her.
Okay, everyone's showing their true colors now.
Tell me about Nels the Naughty.
Nels is a drunk. He doesn't even try to hide that fact. But what else is he? When the liquor is dried, what remains of the man? I think Nels drinks to forget, maybe about some tragedy in his life. He plays the buffoon, but I sense a deep sadness in him.
Yeah, and somehow we, as Flame and Shadow, have elicited him to tell us about that, and not this guy who's very well-to-do.
Tell me about Neville.
I know he's a retired Imperial Legion officer. Apparently, he's been in campaigns all across the Empire, from Skyrim to Morrowind. I also get the sense that he's very eager to find the gold. I can't imagine his life of servitude to the Empire left him with much to retire on.
Thank you for all of your insight, Primo Antonius. Goodbye.
I have a good idea where that chest might be. That gold is as good as mine.
Now, one last thing to do. Let's take a look at his
Certainly.
thing. He's got 76 there, so if we leave and then do
I
this,
have a good idea.
your illusion skill increased.
So-
And then if we look at this again, he's still at 76. Okay, I just want to make sure that didn't stack, because that does sound a little too
Guess
cheap.
I better start looking. That
Okay,
gold's
so
not
we're going to talk
find
to, I think, the last person. We haven't talked to Neville. We have talked to Nell. We've got everything out of Nell's. We've got everything out of Mathilde. We got everything out of Primo. We got everything out of Dovesi, and we just need to talk to Neville, which we'll do in the next episode, and then we will start to do all of the choices, which there's just, I feel like there is actually a bunch of different ways you could do this, and I know we're going slow and a lot of dialogue, but I want to do it the best way. So we'll do that in the next one. I know this one was a bit of a dialogue heavy one, but I hope you enjoyed nevertheless. Massive thanks to the patrons over on Patreon who support what I do. Thank you everybody else for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Hey, it's me, GV. Thanks so much for watching this video, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to watch more of me, I'm live on Twitch pretty much every day. Link in the description. If you want to support what I do, Patreon is the best way. Link is in the description. And either way, thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.